This is the Bestech Tonic. It's on loan to me from its designer, Colin Maisonpierre of CM Designs. And man, I'm really happy to have this one. Well, I should say just on me right now because it's not mine, but it is a really sweet gentleman's knife. That's what I think of this as. It is a gentleman's folder. And as you can see, yeah, this is a modern folder with a backlock. And we don't see that as much these days. And it's not just a backlock, which helps keep it nice and thin and sort of in a gentlemanly range, but it's also an innovative backlock. Colin designed this backlock with a ball bearing in there, interfacing right on the bottom of this and interfacing with that tang. And you know what? I'm going to get a light so I can shine it in there. Should have done this beforehand. And yeah, I know, I should probably have a light in my pocket. All right. Let's see if that makes any difference. All right, I think you can see it. A little ball bearing in there. Can you see that? And that's what interfaces with the rounded end part of the tang, making it very easy to swing this blade in and out because of the low amount of friction due to the low surface area from that ball bearing between the spring and the tang. So just a really cool idea, and really a strong lock. I mean, you can feel it. It's kind of triad-y in its solidity. It just feels like one solid piece here. In terms of, I haven't spine whacked it or anything like that, but backlocks are just known historically as very, very strong locks in general. And when you can innovate and make other ways to make it better, whether it's through deployment or lockup or both, it's exciting to see. To me, this knife is just beautiful. I look at that blade and I want to see it on bigger knives. I want to see it on a fixed blade. It is just gorgeous. That long swedge coming from here, and then there's the apex of the spine there, and just that beautiful curve and the rest of this blade. And then it's just very useful too. You've got the tip towards the bottom, making it more of a utility cutter, but you also have some belly here, and that adds to the slicing. And you know, putting a little bit of belly on a Warncliffe style blade like this just makes it a little more forgiving if you're cutting on surfaces that aren't totally flat, or if you aren't coming at the surface with a totally 90-degree angle yourself. It's just a little more forgiving. You can do slight rocking cuts, and if you're pulling and slicing, your arm, your wrist, your elbow is already arcing, so why not add a little bit of gradual sweep to that edge. This is on bearings, and you have thumb studs, and it is a flickable backlock. Now, some cold steels are also flickable, but this one with that ball bearing between the lock and that tang really makes it fire out. Very, very comfortable handle. Encourages this sort of grip using that choil, but if you need distance for whatever reason, you can come back here and get a 3.5 finger grip on it. But that is just a very comfortable knife to use in that pinch grip, or like this, or in a X-Acto sort of cut. So I do like this clip a lot, this Bestech clip. I don't necessarily need to see that and that. I think you could just stick with that. I really like proprietary pivots. I like branded pivots a lot. I think it's a great solution to too much billboarding. This, of course, we want to see Colin's Maker's Mark and M390. This is titanium. You can see how it's one piece of titanium, that liner with that bolster. And then you've got that fluting carved in there, very nice. And a beautifully matching pocket clip. It does not seem like an afterthought at all. Very nice micarta, which I fear I've darkened a little in just, man, holding this knife and using this knife. I haven't really used it for much, but since Colin loaned it to me, I've had it on me or with me, or have been fiddling with it quite a bit. And I like the one-handed fidget of this. You do the same thing you do with an axis lock style knife. Just put your finger right up in the front of that wheel well, or that finger well, and you might feel it a little bit, but it's not going to cut you. This, man, Bestech does some really cool high-end stuff, and this is one of them. I think this is a very classy design and a gentlemanly design and a very like classy production for them to take on. I think it's very cool. All right, let me show you with some size comparisons. There it is with the PM2, and there it is with the Rat 2. So let's see, just about the same size as the Rat 2, a little more on the handle. And I'll show it with 3 other kind of small classy knives I have. I don't collect too many knives in that size. This one I love. This is the Concept Pelican by K. Maxrom out of France. I love his designs, and I love Concept knives. They do such an awesome job. So about the same length anyway. Here it is with the Vero Engineering Synapse. Similar vibe with the materials. This micarta on this Bestech made Vero, really disappointing. I've never been able to get an even coloration, even with different oils and stuff, but I've learned to live with it and love it. This is a first world problem that I shan't let get the best of me. And then let me show it to you with this awesome knife. This is the Tactile Rockwall. Kind of a similar gentlemanly vein, I would say. Both look about the size of a Wrigley's gum packet. This one actually was designed to fit inside a Wrigley's gum packet. And yeah, both small and good suit knives. Yeah. Anyway, something about the design of this really touches me. It looks very, I don't know, it looks like it's from a different and cooler era. And I really dig it. And if you're someone who actually uses their knives, no doubt this is an amazing blade. You've got, I mean, just a beautiful blade. I have no doubt this is an incredible user. As it's not mine, I haven't used it for anything, but it's built like a tank from Bestech, and it employs this really cool, innovative backlock. And who doesn't love a good backlock? All right, thanks for watching.